Hello, friends. As you know,
All right.
we are here.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone else, and I hope everybody is fine by the grace of Allah Almighty. As you do remember that many grammar topic we have covered, but on the other hand, one by one, by doing our own examples, especially which are based on our daily life, we will discuss whatever previously we have done. First of all, I want to discuss with you the parts of speech, right? There are 8 parts of speech as we have discussed. Yes, 8 parts of speech in which we have discussed noun, pronoun,
Sorry,
verb,
sorry,
adverb, adjective,
sorry for the
preposition.
interruption. I have to say something. We have some
Hmm.
friends here. If there is any question from their side, I think they can ask. Then we should start because as we are going to discuss
No problem.
the topics we have delivered.
No problem.
I think before we start, we should take few questions. Then we can start. If you allow.
No problem. No problem. All right, those who are listening to me, if you are having any query regarding this or where you are having a difficulty, you must ask so that first I want to clear it to you, and then according to me, where I do feel that you need to do some practice, then accordingly I'll teach you.
Tell me something about the narration of like future perfect tense.
All right, future perfect tense. Right? Okay. In future perfect tense, but first of all, you may have to clear what is future. Everybody knows about whenever we are going to do the planning for the future, so that we will have to think about this tense. Okay? Simple future is clear to you, obviously. Future continuous tense is clear to you, but you are having a problem in future perfect tense. Do remember, beta, whenever we are going to complete something else, complete the task. So, which means recently we have seen that task that we have completed. But on the other hand, when the future will come, so do remember that we are planning of something. For example, we are planning that we will go to Karachi next week. But over there, if we will have to complete something, so that we will have to mention in the future perfect tense that in that time period we would have to complete it those tasks. For example, you will see the formula which we are going to apply. Subject we will have to use, and then will, then have, then verb third form will come. Okay, verb third form, then object, and then if extra information we want to write, so that we can also add before the sentence or after completion of the sentence. Now, for example, I will have bought all the books, all the books before Jan. Right? So do remember that, beta, future perfect tense whenever we will use, so that the planning which has been completed. So this is my planning that before coming to the January month, I will have to buy all the books. So for that purpose, I will have to use future perfect tense. I will have bought. So I will be successful, I won't be successful. That is another thing. But if I have decided something, so obviously I would be successful. This is my planning, and according to my schedule, I will have to complete this task. One of the more example I wanted to give you, he will have attempted all the tests before leaving the school. Okay. if a student is over there and he wanted to leave the school, but that is necessary, he will have to attempt all the tests. So this is the planning of that person, that he will have to attempt all the tests before leaving the school. So that is the planning, that which task you wanted to complete it. For that purpose you will have to use future perfect tense, right? Anything else? Any other student who wants to ask? Any one of you?
Something about perfect continuous.
Now future
perfect.
perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. Are you listening me? Am I audible? Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Do you want to learn something about future perfect continuous
Yes, ma'am.
tense? All right. Check future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. Okay. First of all, listen what had happened over here whenever we will talk about future perfect continuous tense. That, as you do remember, in future perfect tense, the time period we have to decide it, that till then we will have to complete it. But do remember, in the past what we were doing, in the present what we are doing, and now in the future how much time we want to expand over there. For that purpose we need to use future perfect continuous tense. And then the same formula we will apply. We will use subject. After subject we will use will. We will use have. Then we will use been. Then we will use verb fourth form. And then we will use object. After object we will use since. And then we will also use for. Okay. Since and for, if you do remember that we have already discussed about, since we are using for a specific time, and for we are using for unspecific time. Specific time period means that morning, evening, 2000, 2010, since I was a child. This is the specific time which nobody can change. 4 means 2 hours, 3 weeks, 5 years. When the time is not clear to us, we will use for. Now I am going to write one of the example. Ahmad will have been teaching in this institute since 2025. All right. Now you will see either already teaching. He was teaching in that institute, and still in present he is teaching, but it is his planning that till 2025 he will continue his teaching in the same institute. So for that particular purpose you will have to use future perfect continuous tense. Is it clear, or shall I give you more example?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
It's clear. That's very good. Any other question regarding this or any other topic, so that easily you may ask?
जी मैम, मैम मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, I am hearing you.
जी जी मैम, सिंस हम लोग पास्ट के लिए भी तो यूज करते हैं ना, कि भाई मैं इतने सालों से इस जगह पे काम कर रहा हूँ. मैम मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको?
जी जी आ रही है. It is clear to me.
जी जी हाँ, सिंस के हवाले से थोड़ा सा वो था कि हम सिंस पास्ट के लिए भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं ना, वर्ड सिंस का जो है कि भाई
Hmm.
जैसे हम लोग
I am
लिखते हैं
writing three
कि
sentences. In a three sentences, I am going to explain it to you. Right? See, number one, I am writing present perfect continuous tense. You will see here.
जी जी
We can also use for present. We will also use for past. We will also use for future. How? You will see. Ali, suppose to. Ali has been working in multinational company since 2000, right? Okay. This belongs to present perfect continuous tense. On the other hand, if we will talk about past tense as your question is, so you will see Ali had been working in multinational company since 2000. Okay. Okay, now future perfect, you do remember these two examples are enough for you. Now listen better. Why we are using this in present perfect continuous tense? Because he was doing a job over there right now. So for that purpose, we will have to use present perfect continuous tense, and we will also use since कि वो 2000 से he is doing a job over there. On the other hand, if we want to use in the past tense, that is your question, that in the past tense we will also use since, yes. But here we are having the motive that he was working over there right now. He is working or he is not working. This is not our concern because the tense we are using past perfect continuous tense. In past perfect continuous tense, the main reason is that you were doing basically the work. Right now, what you are doing, nobody knows about it. Got it? So this is obviously past tense. So in a past tense, we can also use since. Clear?
यस
No? Okay, now here, if you do remember sentence structure we have discussed yesterday, so there are many more sentences which I wanted that we will discuss here so that it would be easy for you to make different sentences. If you are having the question regarding this, you can also ask. Right? So here we are discussing the simple sentences. Yesterday we were discussing about the structure of sentences. G. So simple sentences. Okay, now whenever we are going to make the simple sentences, so what do we have to do? We will have to use one clause over there. In simple sentence, we always use clause. Okay? So now what is clause? So you always remember clause is always depend on subject plus and predicate. If anybody will ask from you what is clause, so a very simple definition is clause means subject plus predicate. Now the question arises that what is predicate? So predicate means verb. Verb plus object are called predicate. Right? Verb plus object are called your predicate. So that by the help of it, we are able to make any sentence, any simple sentence. For example, she learns English. Continuous sentence we can also make. He is writing a novel. Okay, and then what do we have to do? What do we have to do? They are playing in the playground. Okay. Now this is very much clear to you. What we are going to discuss here, that noun you may know very well, pronoun you may know very well, and he, she, it, I, we, you, they. These are the example of pronoun. You know it about it. Now the question arises that adverb. Adverb we are using basically, and most of us we don't know that where do we need to use adverb. Basically, what are the adverbs? What are the adverbs? The adverbs are which means or which tell more about the verb. Now in a sentence, where do we need to use adverb? Most probably in an adverb, you can see adverb, right? Most probably we will use ly in the adverb. For example, actively, lovely, or greedily. Greedily is cleverly. Cleverly, many more. These are the example of adverb. But whenever we are using adverb in a sentence, so what do we have to do? We will have to use, if a simple present is there, so after subject we will have to use adverb. For example, she learns English. So which adverb is suitable to write here? I can use frequently. I can use here frequently. Okay. I can use frequently. Frequently is suitable adverb to write here. Right? She frequently learns English. Now second sentence is he is writing a novel. So he is writing a novel. Here helping verb we have used. So after helping verb we will have to write down some adverbs. So what do I write? He is smartly, cleverly, intelligently suitable, or cleverly, or what do we need to write down? Neatly, Neatly. He is neatly writing a novel. Okay? So according to the sentence, we will have to see which adverb is suitable. So that adverb we will write. Now next is they are playing in the playground. So here we will think about the suitable adverb here. So they are cleverly playing in the playground. Now we have arranged meeting with SO. So here this is also used in present perfect tense. So we have hardly we can use, or any other adverb which is suitable, so that we can write we have hardly arranged the meeting with SO. So this is the usage of adverb which we'll have to use in different sentences. Any question regarding this, so that you can ask, otherwise we are going to discuss adjective. G, now adjective. The pronunciation you may have to clear it. This is not adjective, this is adjective, which can tell you quality or quantity or quantity about noun or a pronoun. Okay. So what do we have to do here? We will have to use how adjective can be used. Quality and quantity. Quality, everybody knows that whatever the things we are buying, we are purchasing, we are looking, so that we will have to use adjective. And then quality is clear to you. Quality can be represent beautiful, attractive. Blue colors are coming in the quality. Smart, clever, intelligent, beautiful. These all are adjective. Adjectives can be good or adjectives can be bad. Zahid Chauhan, you are asking that adverb after helping verb we can use. Yes, you are right. If the sentence is simple, Zahid, so do remember after subject we will have to use adverb. After subject we will have to use adverb. But the sentences which we are making in which we are using helping verb is and are, was and were, hasn't have, will and shall. So after helping verb we will have to add adverb. This is clear to you? All right. So now we are going to make some sentences, then you may understand more. This pen is, this pen is expensive. So expensive is the quality of that pen that everybody cannot afford it. This pen is very much expensive, right? On the other hand, number 2, the boy who got first position is very intelligent. Who got first position, so he is very intelligent. Now next is Zan is taller than his brother, right? Zan is taller than his brother. So do remember that whenever we will have to use adjective, so simple adjective we can also use, or either if we compare with other person or other thing, so that we can also use adjective by using or by comparison with than. Okay. One more thing I am going to tell you, if you want to use it, that is one more example. Hina is the best student in the school. So best is also the degree of adjective, and if you are going to compare with the whole, either with the whole class or either with the whole school or either with whatever you are just writing the sentence, accordingly you will have to use this superlative degree, right? So Hina is the best student in the school. So in this way we can also use adjective. So simple adjective we are using, for example, this pen is expensive. This is called only adjective. This is also called the positive degree. On the other hand, if we are using comparative degree, so over there we will use ER, or if three syllable sounds are there, for example, beautiful, three syllable sound, expensive, three syllable sound, over there we will use more in comparative degree, right? On the other hand, if we are talking about superlative degree, one of the identification that you need to use the. Okay, before starting superlative degree, you will have to use the. After the, you will have to use this superlative degree. For example, good, better, or best will come. Secondly, tall, taller, or tallest will come. Or for example, if expensive is written, so what you will write down in your own sentences, that this pen is the most expensive pen. This pen is the most expensive pen among all. Okay, so these type of sentences we can make quite easily. Any problem? You can ask, otherwise we are going to change the topic. How to use the adjective if you are having any confusion, any problem, so that you can ask. Okay, now we are going to discuss now the very important is interjection. Interjection now interjection. Interjection. So what do we have to do? Interjection can be described the person feelings like ouch, like hurrah, like alas, like ouch, hurrah, alas, wow. The feelings which can suddenly appear from our face, or suddenly we say something, wow, bravo, these type of words will come in interjection. How do we have to use in our sentence, in our daily life sentences? One by one we are going to do practice of it, right? Ouch, ouch, I have fallen down. Okay, this is the feeling that you are suddenly go down. Either you are wearing heel or something, or either you are disbalanced. So suddenly what comes from our mouth? Ouch. Ouch, I have fallen down, right? Second is hurrah, or it can be pronounced hooray, right? We have got first position in Kirat competition. Competition. right? Clear it to you? Now next is alas. Alas is the symbol of when you are not happy, when you are sad. Then we will have to use alas, right? So alas, alas, I am not recovering from illness. It means you are not happy, you are faced a problem, you are ill. So that's why you are using alas. Alas, I am not recovering from illness. Got it? So ouch, I have fallen down. Second is hooray. We have got first position in growth competition. Next is alas, I am not recovering from illness. Clear? Next is wow. Again, this is a good sign. This is a feeling whenever we are happy. We are happy, so that we will say wow, right? So how we will have to use in a sentence? You can see wow. The amazing cake, or the cake is very tasty, right? And same case with the bravo, that bravo is also the sign of when you are happy. So that's why we will have to use bravo. I have won in this competition. I have won this match. I have, whatever means the sentences when you are feeling good, so that we will have to use bravo. So by using these example, anybody is having any problem or any query, so that you might ask. Otherwise, we are going to discuss the narration sentences. The narration we are going to discuss one by one by writing some examples. Okay, Zahid, you need to ask some adverb example that where we need to use adverb. Okay, so we are discussing adverbs once again, no problem. Adverb. Adverb, basically you do remember that where we are using to tell more about verb. Okay, and most probably not all the time, sometime you need to use ly at the end of adverb. For example, sleepy, sleepy, beautifully, beautifully, scarcely, skillfully, skillfully, cleverly, slowly, etc. There are many more. Now, I am just okay, Zahid. First, we will discuss adverbs, and then we are coming to adjective once again, so that you may know about it, right? Alright, these are the few example of adverbs, but how you will have to use in a sentence. Again, we are going to discuss the example. Okay? So listen. The sentence is The room is beautifully decorated by my sister. Right? The room is beautifully decorated by my sister. This is clear to you? So in this way, wherever we will see a helping verb is there, after helping verb, we will use adverb, and then we will use resting part of the sentence. One more thing, it is not okay. Okay, Zahid, one more thing you do remember that it is not necessary all the time ly will come. Ly is not necessary in a sentence. If you will take more example of frequency of adverb like tomorrow, today, tonight, whatever. Okay. So these can also be used in a sentence. How? For example, I will reach to my aunt house tonight. So this sentence, or there we are using tonight. So tonight is also the adverb. But why we are using it at the end? Because this is called frequency of adverb. And then this type of frequency of adverb where we are not using ly can also come at the end of the sentence. Now we are going to discuss adjective one by one. Now adjective. Okay. Now adjective we are using one by one. Simple adjective we are using that the pen color is blue. Simple sentence. Either blue, brown, black, brown, whatever. The pen is very expensive. The pen looks very beautiful, whatever. This is called simple sentences where we are using adjective and to describe the quality. On the other hand, we will use comparison. Comparison is called comparative degree. Comparison are called comparative degree. Okay. And over there you will have to use, for example, good change into better and better change into best. But this is the degree. Good is the degree and better is comparative degree. Same case with hard. Hard change into harder. Right? Third thing is what? Hot. It will change into hotter. Okay. Fourth thing is beautiful. It will change into more beautiful. More beautiful. ठीक है, done हो गया. Now how we will use this in a sentence, you can see. Zahid, are you listening? Zahid, see. Now here we are using comparative degree and here we will have to use that. We are going to compare one by one each of the sentence. Now you will see Ali is better student than Daniel. Done. Second is harder. Essay writing is harder than report writing. Now third is the rose is more beautiful than any other flower. Is it clear to you how to use the adjective in different sentences? Now one more example I am going to give you, that is called adjective of superlative degree of adjective. Superlative degree or superlative adjective. In superlative adjective, we will have to use the most intelligent, the most interesting, the most best, the worst, बहुत बुरा, etc. Now, how do we use superlative in a sentence whenever we are talking about overall? Overall means one by one we will discuss all the examples, then you will know it. Okay? So we are discussing here Amna is the most intelligent girl among all. ठीक है? I am the most interesting in co-curricular activities than academic, right? Second is the best. This book or Moby Dick is the best novel or best, what do we say, novel, okay, among all. For example, this is one of the sentence. Okay? So whenever we will have to compare the sentence among all, so we need to use this superlative degree, and before applying this superlative degree, we will have to use the second thing is that where we can use adjective, we will have to use adjective again before the verb and after the helping verb. You will see there are many more sentences. I am is helping verb, and the most interesting is what? The adjective, the superlative degree of adjective we have used, and then according to this we will have to do the resting part of the sentence. So I think this is very much clear to you. Still you are having a problem, so that you can ask, I will clear it to you. Do remember whenever we are using adverb or adjective, so that before verb or after helping verb we will have to use them. But on the other hand, if you are talking about the frequency of adverb, so frequency of adverb mostly we will use before subject or after ending of the sentence we can use. For example, I will start the lesson tomorrow. Tomorrow is adjective, so that we can use at the end. Or if I will say tomorrow, I will start the lesson. I will deliver the lecture tomorrow. I will deliver the lecture today. So here I am using tomorrow, today. It's up to me, either at the beginning of the sentence or either at the end of the sentence I can choose. So if you are not having query, do tell me. Anybody is having a problem, so feel free to ask. I think Zahid, everything would be clear to you. And now you will use adverb and adjective whenever you are going to make the sentences, précis writing or essay writing, so that these adjective and adverbs will be helpful for you to make the sentences quite easily. All right, no query, nothing else. So thank you so much. Inshallah, we will meet on Monday. Allah Hafiz.